All right, hi class, very good morning everyone and welcome once again to Om Institute and welcome to the next practice session, the PYQ practice session for the upcoming BHEL examination. Right, so the next week you have the BHEL examination. Right, hi, very good morning everyone. Okay. All right, very good morning Sarita, very good morning Trending Video, good morning Balu, good morning Shirisha. Okay, so as you know, 50 questions in the engineer's trainee examination. It is straight 50 questions that is there from the reasoning. Okay, so of course it's a substantial weightage and it's not about the question solving that is important. Of course, we'll solve questions in this session, but an important message, okay, with respect to the strategy and the time management in the BHEL examination will also come up, okay, once we start discussing the questions. Right, good morning, Nanindra. Good morning, Sai Bhargav. Okay, so chalo, let's get started now. Let's get started. Quickly update all your friends that the session is now live. Okay, and the first things first. Yes, guys, as I mentioned the other day also, on the festive occasion of Ugadi, Om Institute brought to you a flat 20% discount on all the Om online courses. Yes, the live as well as recorded online courses. Okay, and this offer is valid till April 5th. That is today. Okay, so today is the last day to avail. Okay, the flat 20% discount on the online courses of Om. Okay, can go to our website, purchase the course, and just use the code Ugadi20, which is going to be valid till today. So don't miss this opportunity. If you're really willing to go for any of the online courses, you can get the 20% benefit. Okay. Okay then. Okay then, here is the first question. Here is the first question. Some multiple questions will take up from the previous years of BHEL, previous year papers of BHEL. Okay. This is the first one. Find the wrong term in the given number series. Okay, 75, 79, 92, 104, 129. Think about this. Okay. And let's keep doing parallelly. Okay, so see, I've got some good number of questions. So, probably I will not stop for every question. Otherwise, the session gets so elongated. Okay, so what I will do is, okay, you can look into the question and yes, you can understand whether it is solvable by you or not. If you feel it is solvable by you, okay, do take a pause. Okay, you can. So you can do take a pause. Okay, solve it up and then once you are done, you can match the answer with me. Okay, so let me keep continuing. 75, 79, 92, 104 and 129. So see, if I look into the differences, let me just write down the numbers here once again. Okay, the numbers are not very far away, so it should not be a product based term. It should usually be a addition based term. Okay, so 75 to 79. Okay, it's a difference of 4. Okay, 79 to 92. So see, what is the wrong term? So where we have to correct, we'll figure out. This gives a difference of 13. Okay, this gives a difference of 12. Okay, now the next term is difference of 25. So I think somewhere problem is here. Okay, because the numbers, the difference numbers is also increasing, but 4, 13 and then 12. So either this is wrong or this is wrong. Okay, now what is something common that I can pick up is 4 and 25. They are square terms. Okay, 4 and 25 are square terms. Okay, Sarita has some answer also, 79. Okay, 4 is 2 square and 25 is 5 square. Okay, so if I build up the concept on square, 2 and 5, so 3 or 4 it may be. Okay, so had it been 3 square is 9. Okay, so if take it as 9, 79 plus 9, the next term should be 88. And if this logic works, what I should be getting here is 4 square, which is 16. Okay, and then 88 plus 16 is 104. So this 104 is correct. Okay, this 104 is correct. This is available here. What is not correct is this 92. Okay, this 92 if replaced by 88, this 92 if replaced by 88 will give you the correct answer. Okay, so what is the wrong term? Now figure out what is the wrong term. Okay, so the wrong term looks like 92 and it can be, they've not asked what to replace. Okay, but the wrong term is 92. If replaced by 88, it becomes, okay, difference based series. Okay, not a common difference, not a AP, but a difference based series. Okay, where you have 2 square, 3 square, 4 square, 5 square. The terms are separated by squares of the number, right? Okay, hope you have got it. Let's go to the next question then. Okay, ask me if you have any doubts. Okay, letter, number and symbol arranged machine when given an input of letters and the numbers rearrange them following a particular pattern in every step. Okay, so you give the input. Let's say this is being solved by some machine. You give the input, and by 3 different steps, okay, it produces the output. That means whatever is at step 3 is the output. Okay, following is the illustration of the output, the final step. Okay, when given an input. Okay, so see, so a hash y s t 4 at the rate. Now look into the step 1, 8 for a hash y t at the rate. Now see, what is done in step number 4 is all the numbers. Okay, all the numbers. Now there is a typo error in the question. There is a typo error in the question. There is some typo error. Okay, yeah, I have identified what should be the typo error. There is no s here. Dear, this is not s. This is 8 actually. Please check it out. This is 8. Okay. Right. So what has been done here? Okay, the numbers 8 and 4. Okay, they are brought first. Okay, so first numbers are brought to the beginning. Okay, now see, after numbers, what is there? A hash yt at the rate. Okay, then next step, ayt hash at the rate. That means what? Then the alphabets are brought to the beginning. And then what is the final output? Now see, 8 4 becomes 4 8. Looks like increasing order. Then ayt becomes aty. Yes, alphabetical order. Okay, so now it is an ordered output. Ordered means numbers in the increasing order and alphabets in the alphabetical order. Okay, and symbols of course at the end, right? Which of them will be the output for the below input? Okay, what is my input? T, S, J, 1, 3, P, 9, star. Okay. Oh, options have this dollar sign and the input has S sign. So probably there is a typo error. This has to be dollar, or either there has to be typo error. No, it will be typo error in the question only. Okay, so this is T dollar. Okay, this is T dollar. Okay, J39P star. Okay, now you see, you can solve it in the single step, Nadia. You can solve it in the single step, right? You can solve it in the single step. Let me see if anybody has given some answer. Rohan says answer C. Okay, you can easily solve it in the single step only. Yeah. So what is that? First, you have to bring the numbers in front, then alphabets, and then order them. Okay, so let me do the order directly. Numbers 13 and 9, let me write down. Okay, in the ordered way. So 9 and 13. I'm not going to go for a 3-step process. I've got the logic. Okay, then alphabets will come, and that too alphabetical order. So T, J, P is the alphabet. So J, P, T is the alphabetical sequence, and then lastly these symbols will come. So that is the star and the dollar and the star. Okay, so accordingly 9, 13, J, P, T, dollar star, it has to be B. It has to be option number B. Okay, dear, check it out. It has to be B. Yeah, Sarita, correct. Yes, Rohan now correct. Nitin, Shirisha, Bharat, Narendra, B. Yeah, all correct. B is the correct answer. Okay, B is the correct answer. Let's move ahead to the next case then. Let us move to the next question. Interesting question it is. In a code language, Amrish is coded as 136, Devika is coded as 156. Then how will Mary be coded? Okay, in that same code language. Okay, Amrish. Now, Amrish is coded as 136. Coding questions have been very common in the BHEL paper. Let me tell you, there are different models, different varieties of coding question. Okay, but whenever, okay, a word built of letters, built of alphabets is converted, okay, to a number, somehow, okay, somehow the position of the letters would be important. Somehow the position of the letters would be important. Okay, now if I write down the position, if I write down the respective position, A is the first letter, M is the 13. Of course, always, okay, you should not count from the beginning A, B, C, D, where is M, okay. Always remember the milestone code. Okay, how do I remember the milestone code? Every 5th letter, if you remember, your task becomes easy. Every 5th letter, if you remember, your task becomes easy. And that code is HOT. I call it as a milestone code. I call it as a milestone. Milestone means every 5th letter I create a milestone. Okay. So M MNO, O is 15, so M should be 13. That way it is easy to comment. RST, so R should be 18. IJ, I should be 9. ST, so S is 19th, and EFGH, H is 8. Okay. Now let me try to add them. So when I try to add them, 14, 32 is 32, 41, 60. So when you add them, their sum becomes 68. Now it is coded as 136. Okay, 136. So yeah, 68 into 2. The code is 68 into 2, which is 136. Okay, 136. Now let's take the next word. Let's take the next word, and the next word given to is Devika. Okay, so D is 4, E is 5, T, U, V, V should be 22, I, J, I is 9th, J, K, K is 11th, and A is 1. Okay, and now when I try to sum these, okay, so 9, 22, 31, 40, 51, and 1, 52. And what is the code given to you? Now, is it 52 into 2? Okay, is it 52 into 2? So let me write down reverse actually. The first code was 136, that is 68 multiplied by 2. Next code given to you for Devika is 156. And that is 52 is multiplied by, yeah, it's a multiple of 52, but that is 52 into 3. Okay, so sometimes multiplied by 2, sometimes multiplied by 3. Let us see what can be the logic. Now, how will Mary be coded in the same language? Okay, so if I start for Mary, okay, so M is 13, A, R is 18, and Y is 25. Okay, so when I create the sum of this, 14, 32, and 25, 57. Okay, now you see probably all options are multiple of 57. This is 57 into 1, 57 into 2, into 3, correct, into 4. So all are multiple of 57. So what is the logic? Okay, by what number it is going to be multiplied? See, once it is 68 into 2, once it is 52 into 3. Okay, so 57 into what? 57 into what? Okay, so let's take up a logic. Okay, let's take up a logic. I think they randomly created this question. Okay, but yeah, what can be the logic that we can work out? Of course, there is no 2 also, 68 into 2, but there is no 2 here also, 52 into 3, there is no 3 also. Okay, so how this 2 is selected? Okay, so the alphabets, if you see, the alphabets, if you carefully see, A and I are 2 vowels, and in the next word you see, E, I, A are the vowels. Okay, so probably they are trying to multiply by the number of vowels. Probably they are trying to multiply by the number of vowels. By the number of vowels in the given word. Okay, so now in the Mary there is only one vowel. Okay, so 57 into 1. Okay, and if I do 57 into 1, 57 would work. Option A. Correct, Bhargav. Yes, Bhargav has come up with that logic. Yes, correct. Okay, A. Sarita, correct. Okay. So a very random logic they have put in this question, but okay, you should, that is what reasoning is all about. Okay, you have to find out the logic. Sometimes it may be a little twisted, but you have to work out your logic. Brain teaser. These questions are nothing but brain teasers. Okay, next one. Okay, now again, coding based. If DO is coded as 35, NOD is equal to 48, then what is Demon equal to? Okay, but once again, my idea is that whenever it is alphabets coded to numbers, the position will definitely come into action. Okay, D is 4 and O is 15. Okay, but 15 plus 4 is 19, 15 into 4 is 60. So, no, that won't work. That won't work. Okay, addition, multiplication, even subtraction won't work. 35. Okay, now see again, sometimes what will come, okay, this is a regular position. Okay, sometimes the positions from end could be taken. Okay, from end could be taken. So what is the position of D from the end? Okay, what is the position of D from the end? Okay, from the end. See, A, B, C are the 3 alphabets left. So it should be 23rd. Okay, it should be 23rd from the end, because after that only total 26 alphabets are there, and after D, if you count from end, C, B, A are the only 3 cases left. So this should be 23rd from end. Okay, or you can simply say 23rd means, normally we write it this way. 26 minus 4 plus 1. Okay, minus 4 plus 1, or you can directly say in a simple way, I should write 27 minus 4. Similarly, this is 27 minus 15. This should be 12th. No need to count reverse. Directly do 27 minus 15. Okay, now 23 plus 12, the sum is 35. The sum is 35, right? Okay, does it work for NOD? Does it work for NOD? Okay, so O we know, again from the end only I'm trying to say. O from end is 23, O from end is 12 and D from end is 23, N. Now N is actually 14th. Okay, so this is 27 minus 14. This should be 13. 27 minus 14. So yes, when you add them, okay, this much was 35 plus 13, 48 given, correct. The sum is 48. So this logic works. This logic works. Now using the same logic, what should be Demon? Okay, what should be the Demon? Okay, so again, I'll keep writing the end positions only. Okay, D, so 27 minus 4, 23. Or what you can do, if you don't want to calculate end position, okay, let me write down normally 4, 5, this is 13, 15, 14. Their sum, normal position sum is, this is 9 and 22, 27, 51. Okay, so answer should be, now answer is sum of the positions from the end. Okay, so for end position 27 minus 4, 27 minus 5 and etc. Then you will add. So 27 will come 5 times. 27 will come 5 times and then you will subtract each of them. That means that you totally subtract 51. So 135 minus 51. So 85 or 1 less, 84. 84, option number D. 84, option number D. Okay, yes, Bharat has the answer, Rohan and Sarita has the answer. Yeah, correct. D, 84 is what is the correct answer. Okay. Sandeep also has the correct answer. Yeah. Okay. Next one. Okay, a simple question on the direction sense. If at 2:15 p.m. a clock's minute hands indicate south, then at 7:45 a.m. to which direction will it indicate? Minute hand. It is about the clock's minute hand. It is about the clock's minute hand. Simple question. You can just read and answer. You can answer it very, very logically. For your explanation, by the time I am drawing (2:15 p.m.). This is minute hand, this is hour hand. Okay, this is 2:15 p.m. Okay, and the minute hand indicates south. That means this direction is south. Then at 7:45. So how do you see 7:45? How do you see 7:45? 45 will always, the minute hand will point here, and 7:45. So somewhere ahead of 7. Okay, towards 8 actually, more closer towards 8. This is how you see 7:45. This is how you see 7:45. Okay, so minute hand. Okay, this is your minute hand. So minute hand is now pointing opposite of south, and what is opposite of south is north. Okay, option number C. Yes, I have the answers ready by some of the students. Yes, Bhargav, Charan Raj, Nanendra. Correct answer. It is C. That is north. You need not draw it. You can understand 2:15. Okay, so I'm telling you, it's an oral question. 2:15. Okay, or whether 2:15, 3:15, anything. Whenever it is some hour 15 minutes, minute hand will point towards 3. Okay, and when it is some hours and 45 minutes. Okay, whether it is 7:45, 8:45 a.m., p.m. doesn't matter. If it is 45, the minute hand will be towards 9. Okay, and they are opposite. So what is opposite of south will be north. Simple. Yes, Rohan correct, Shirisha correct, Bharat correct. Okay, next question. Now again a question on direction sense. Okay, again a question on direction sense. Okay, so in a blindfold game, Suresh was blindfolded and made to turn several times. Okay, made to turn several times. In a blindfold game, Suresh was blindfolded and made to turn several times. Okay, So like, you know, his eyes were covered and he was just turned, rotated several times. Then in the beginning, he was facing east. Okay. So in the beginning, he has been facing east. This is what is my east direction. Then he turned 45-degree clockwise. So if this is where Suresh is facing, okay, so this will be the clockwise direction. Na? Okay, so 45-degree clockwise, that is the first movement. 45-degree. Okay, then 135 anti-clockwise. From here, 135 anti-clockwise opposite direction means this 45 plus 90. Okay, so you'll come perpendicular to the initial direction. Okay, and if this is east, we know this will be north. Correct? Then after this one, then finally he turned 45 to his left. Okay, now this is where the Suresh is facing. Okay, so this is the left. The last statement is left or right rather than clockwise, anti-clockwise. So 45-degree further. Okay, this one was 135. Now 45-degree further to the left. Okay. So, and stopped. In which direction is he facing? Okay, so this is north, east. Okay, this is west. So this is northwest. This is northwest. Your option is B. Facing northwest. Let us see. Any answer? Yes, B. B, northwest. Correct. Northwest is the correct answer. Which one, Avinash? Which question you're talking about? Okay, now Ganesh went from his hometown to his grandfather's village. Okay, he started his journey facing west. Okay, first he went 15 kilometers straight. So this is where he is facing. Okay, so that means 15 kilometers straight means first he is moving 15 kilometers. Okay, in the west direction. Then he turned to the left. Now this is where he is facing. So left. This will be the left side. Okay. So then he turned to the left and went 23 kilometers. 23. Okay. Finally he turned right. Now this is where he is facing. So this is what the right hand will be. Okay. Right, and walked 7 kilometers. Right, and he walked 7 kilometers to reach his grandfather's village. So this is where grandfather village, and this is where, you know, Ganesh started from. Okay, now the question is simple, just direction question only, not the calculation question. There can be a calculated question, calculation based question also. In which direction is Ganesh hometown located with respect to grandfather village? So if you are looking from here, where is the Ganesh hometown? Okay, where is the Ganesh hometown? If you are looking from here, if you look from here, okay, this is grandfather, this is Ganesh. So what is this direction equivalent to? Okay, so this component is east and the above is north. Okay, so this direction is northeast. Right, north and east. Northeast, option number C. Option number C it is. No, it is northeast. See, Ganesh hometown. See, that is where you have to be careful. What they are asking. See, where is the confusion coming up? The question is Ganesh hometown with respect to grandfather. If they ask where is the grandfather village with respect to Ganesh, then your answer will be different. Then your answer, okay, right now it is northeast, but if they ask you the reverse, okay, if they ask you the reverse, where is grandfather village with respect to Ganesh hometown? So this element south and this element is west, then it would be southwest. So be very careful. You have to be very careful here, okay? So see, that is what mistake came up. Thank you, Vasant, for your wishes. God bless you. Right. So this is where you have to be careful. Okay. So it is not southwest, there it is northeast. Be careful. What is asked with respect to what? That you have to just very carefully see. Okay. Right. Yeah. Let's move ahead to the next question then. You know what they can also ask. Okay. What they can also ask. They can also ask simple question. Okay. They have not asked here because maybe the calculations may be complicated. But yeah, maybe they can rearrange the numbers to get a simple calculation. What is the final shortest distance between grandfather and Ganesh? Okay, shortest distance between grandfather and Ganesh. So in that case, what will be the shortest distance? Okay, what will be the shortest distance between the grandfather and the Ganesh? Okay, so see the horizontal distance, total horizontal distance is 22 and total vertical distance is 23. Okay, this is 15 plus 7 equal to 22 and this is anyways vertical 23. So this distance will be hypotenuse, that is under root of 22 square plus 23 square. Okay, right, under root of 22 square plus 23 square. Thank you, Sarita. Thank you, Rohan. Although it was yesterday, but yeah, still thank you for your lovely wishes. It was yesterday indeed. Okay. Let's go to the next question then. Let's go to the next question. Okay. Yeah. So, blood relation. Okay. Coming to a question around the blood relation. Okay. Have a look into it. Okay, A plus B means A is the brother of B, A minus B means A is the father of B, A dollar B means A is the wife of B, and A at the rate B means A is the son of B. Okay, some different codes are given. Then for the given expression J at the rate Q dollar G minus T minus S. Okay, both consecutive minus minus, I doubt. Let me check the original question once. Let me check out the original question once, if there is a typo error or what. There is that question, I'll have to search a lot. Okay, let me see. Yeah, J at the rate Q dollar G minus T plus S. Plus S. Okay, this is the question. Okay, dear. This is the question. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Bharat. Okay. So let's complete this. Okay. So now the codes, the relations are clearly given to me. Okay. So J at the rate Q. Okay. So what does it mean? Let's go term by term. So what is at the rate? At the rate means son. Okay. Now we have the simple, whenever it is a, what I say, blood relation question, we have a simple family chart to draw always. Okay. A simple family chart to draw always. Now J at the rate Q means J is the son of Q. J is the son of Q. So let's say this is Q and J is the son. Okay. So any parent to child represent the parent to child relation we draw by a downward line. Okay, and J is the son. Okay, now son means male. Okay, for male we box, for female we put a circle. Okay, these are some simple codes we follow. Okay, right now from this statement I can't say what is the gender of Q. Okay, J is the son of Q. That's what the J should be the male, correct? Now Q dollar G. What is dollar? Come here, wife. Okay, so Q is the wife of G. Okay, now Q is the wife. Wife of course means female. Okay, wife of G, and we represent marriage by a equal to symbol. So if Q is already female, okay, that has to be married to a male, na? So this becomes G. This becomes G. Okay. Then the next is G minus T. What is the relation between G and T? Minus means father. So G is the father of T. Okay, already male, correct? Father of T. Okay. So T. Father of T, but what is the gender of T? I don't know right now. The father means parent to child relation, again downside. Okay, and then last is T plus S. What is plus? Brother. A is the brother of B, or sorry, T is the brother of S. T is the brother. Brother again means male. Brother of what? S. Okay, brother of S, and brother, sister, any sibling relation. Okay, okay, this is parent to child. Okay, equal to means marriage, and dash means siblings. Sibling means brother, sister, anything. Okay, so T is the brother of S. Okay, so T and S are siblings. Okay, but what is S? Female or male? That we cannot say immediately. But now note that T is, okay, the son of G. J is the son of Q, but G and Q are married. That means J and T are eventually the children of same parents. So they are also siblings. They are also siblings, correct? Okay. Now, if for the given expression, how is J related to S? How is J related to S? So J and T are siblings, T and S are siblings, so all the three are siblings. Okay, that is J is the brother, because box means male. J is the brother to S. If I ask reverse, how is S related to J? Okay, how is S related to J? So then we can't have a definite answer. Okay, S is the sibling of J. That means S may be brother or sister, anything. Okay, but S is the brother or sister of J, because S gender is unknown right now. But yeah, J related to S is brother. Option number A. That is option number A. Okay. Okay. Right, A, correct answer, brother. Right, it depends on your interest and future opportunities that you're looking for, Vashant. Okay, so once you message me personally, I'll be able to guide you more, right? Okay. So what exactly, what areas you are looking for, accordingly I'll be able to guide you. So message me once personally. Okay, I'll guide you then. Come up here. Next question then. Next question then. Two statements are given followed by two conclusions. Decide which one of the conclusion logically follows from the given statements. P and Q is a couple. M and N is a couple. N is the daughter-in-law of Q. Come on. Okay, these are the two statements. Okay, again blood relation only. P and Q is a couple. Okay, but who is, husband or wife, nothing mentioned. They are a couple. Okay, couple means P and Q are married, but gender is unknown. Okay, till now gender is unknown. M and N is also a couple. Okay, but again gender unknown. N is the daughter-in-law of Q. N is the daughter-in-law of Q. Okay, now daughter-in-law of Q. N is the, now, yeah. So now we have the gender of M and N at least. N is the daughter-in-law. Daughter-in-law means what? Daughter-in-law. Okay, daughter-in-law means the wife. Okay, daughter-in-law of Q means the wife of son of Q. Okay, so who should be the son of Q? M should be the son of Q. M is married to N. N becomes the female here because she is the daughter-in-law. Okay, so Q has a son M. M is married to N. So N becomes the daughter-in-law to Q. Okay, so M and N gender is known, but P and Q gender is still unknown. Okay, so these are the two statements that I have put into action. What can be logically concluded based on the two statements? Number one, P is the father of M. P is the father of M. Maybe, may not be. We don't know the gender of P and Q. We don't know the gender of P and Q. Okay, Q is the father-in-law of N. Okay, now if the Q is male, so there are two possibilities actually. Okay, there are two possibilities. Okay, this is the case one. Case one means P is male. Okay, so if P is male, Q becomes female. And case number two could be maybe P is female. P is female, married to Q. Q becomes the male. The gender of M and N are anyways known to me. There is no confusion. Correct? Okay. Now, P is the father of M. P is the father of M. Possible if it is case 1. Okay. Case number 2, Q is the father-in-law of N. Right. Q becomes male and Q is the father-in-law to L. Right. Okay. So, what can I say? This is true. Okay. If there is case 1. And second one will become true if there is case 2. Okay. Both cannot be true. Okay. Oh, and we cannot say any one confirmed true, either 1 or 2. Any one of them can be true. We cannot say with certainty what it is. So either 1 or 2 will follow. But yeah, one of them will definitely follow. One of them will definitely follow. Right, Rohan, correct answer. Okay, any one of them, both cannot follow 100%. Okay, and which one will follow, that also we cannot say. Whether 1 follows, whether 2 follows, that we cannot say. Both cannot follow at the same time. Okay, both follow means P and Q are both male, which is not possible. P and Q both male, not possible because they are married. Okay, so both cannot follow and we cannot be certain that 1 follows or 2 follows, but any one of them will follow. So a correct option, the best option that you can mark is option number A. Correct, Bhargav? Okay, option number A. Okay, then let's go to the next question. Yes, Bharat. Yes, Shirisha, correct. Sarita, correct. Okay. Now, something similar to it, statement and conclusion. Let me actually take one more question, not on blood relation, although. Yeah, have a look into this one. It is same statement and conclusion, not on blood relation. So, let me come to this arrangement case. See, 2 statements are given followed by 2 conclusion. Okay, so which conclusion will follow? So, what is the statement given? Tushar is taller than Shikha and Shikha is shorter than Shubhankar. Okay. These are the 2 statements. Tushar is taller. Tushar is taller than Shikha. Okay, then Shikha. Let's say Tushar is T for me, Shikha is S, and Shubhankar, let me call it as SH. And second statement says that Shikha means again S only. Shikha means S for me, is shorter. Okay, than Shubhankar. Okay, is shorter than Shubhankar. Okay, so what can I say? Shikha, okay, is shorter, is both. Okay, what you can conclude is Sarita will definitely be shorter. Okay, but who is ahead of Sarita? Tushar also, Shubhankar also. Tushar also, Shubhankar also. Okay, but how can you arrange Tushar and Shubhankar? You don't have the sufficient data. Whether Tushar or Shubhankar, who comes first, who comes next, for that I don't have the sufficient data. Correct, no? For that part, you will not have the sufficient data. Okay, now let us read the conclusion. Tushar is taller than Shubhankar or Shubhankar is taller than Shukhar. Okay, we cannot say neither one nor two follows. Okay, both cannot follow. Okay, so it's neither of them. We cannot conclude actually. We don't have the relation between Tushar and Shubhankar. We don't have the relation between Tushar and Shubhankar. Right. Okay, so this time we'll mark it as B. Correct. Charan Raj, Bhargav, Rohan, correct answer. Okay, let's go to the next question. Okay, again on arrangement. Okay, so there are some questions on arrangements, ordering. Okay, they are very important in any exam where reasoning is there. Okay, in any exam where reasoning is there. Okay, so let's have a look into this question. Let's have a look into this question. Among 5 girls in a class, okay, okay, Mia is taller than Tia. Okay, then Sia is taller than Dia. Okay, then Dia is taller than Mia and Tia is taller than Gia. Okay, who among the given girls is the tallest? Okay, so let's make out a sequence among the given. Okay, like what is given? M is greater than T. Okay, now T is greater than J. Okay, with respect to M, D is greater, so D is greater than M, and further S is greater than D. All are satisfied. See, S is greater than D, D greater than M greater than T, T greater than J. Okay, so tallest is S. Written in the decreasing order, S is the greatest one, having the highest height, tallest one. Arrangement of heights. Okay, so it is D, Sia. It is going to be D, that is the Sia. Okay. Correct, Rohan, correct answer. Okay, then next question. Okay, 7 friends P, Q, R, S, T, U, V prepared together for an entrance examination and each one scored different marks. Okay, 7 friends. Okay, P, Q, R, S, T, V prepared together for an entrance examination and each one scored different marks. Only 3 friends scored more than P. Okay, so that means again this is some ordering question, ordering or arrangement based on the marks obtained. Okay, so let's write down the rank of the student. 1, 2, how many 7 are there? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Of course, rank 1 means highest marks. Okay, rank 7 means lowest marks. So only 3 friends scored more than P. Only 3 scored more than P. Okay, only 3 more than P. So P should be 4th. Very clear. In the rank, P should be more. Okay, this is the order of rank I am taking. Okay, then only 4 friends scored less than T. Only 4 scored less than T. Next statement. So lesser students are this side. So 4 are less than T. 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 will be less than T. So T should come up here for sure. T should come up here. Done. Then Q scored less marks than U but more than R. Q less than U, more than R. So there is no Q, R, nothing. So we'll wait for this statement. Okay, then only I'll highlight it. Now only 1 friend scored less marks than V. Okay, only 1 scored less marks than V. Okay, so V should be 6th because only 1 student having scored less marks than V. Okay, so V is at 6th. Okay, S scored more marks than T. Okay, S scored more marks than T. That means S coming up here, but S does not score the highest. Okay, so that clearly says S is here. That clearly says S is here. Okay. Now, what is left? Only one statement was left. Now, Q scored less marks than U. Okay. Acha, Q scored less marks than U, but more than R. Okay, Q has more than something, less than something. Okay, Q cannot be first because Q has less marks than something. Q cannot be last also because Q has more marks than somebody. Okay, so Q is definitely coming up here. Okay, now this Q scored less marks than U, so U should be ahead of him, and but the same person Q, okay, more marks than R. Okay, so R is at the last. Now per perfect sequence is there. After that, anything they can ask, any random question they can ask, right? What is the question? Who scored marks? Who scored more marks than V? Okay, more than V this side. Okay, but less than P. Okay, more than V, less than P. So this particular person between P and V, Q. Okay, because the final question is more than V but less than P. So between V and P, it is Q. It is Q. Option number C here. Okay, correct, Shirisha. It is option number C, the friend Q, the person Q. Jnanendra correct. Rohan Singh correct. Okay, so arrangement questions. Arrangement questions. Okay, next question. 6 employees, okay, P, Q, R, S, T, U live in the same building but on different floors of a 6-floored building. Ground floor is marked as floor 1, floor above it is marked as floor 2, and so on up to floor 6. R, now there is again arrangement of 6 persons, 6 employees on floor. Okay, R lives 2 floors above the floor of U. Okay, so there are how many floors? Okay, there are 1, 2. Okay, let me write it this way. 1, 2, because this is ground floor, na? 3, 4, 5, 6. This is how floor will be arranged in the building. Okay, now read the data and try to answer. Read the data and then try to answer it. Read this data and try to answer it. Okay. So let's do it. What is given? R lives 2 floors above the floor of U. Okay, R 2 floors above the U and 2 floors below the floor of P. That means what? That means U, R, P. See, R is 2 floors above the floor of U. Okay, 2 floors above the floor of U. So U should be actually below. Okay, and R is 2 floors below the floor of P. That means they are alternate actually. Okay, that means they are alternate. But alternate means there are 2 possibilities. Okay, P, R, U, or they may start from here as well. P, R, U. They have to be alternate. P, R, U are alternate. That is very clear. Now let's use the next statement. Okay, before we can comment which order should be there. Q lives 2 floors below the floor of T and 2 above the floor of S. That means, okay, Q is 2 floors below the floor of T and 2 floors above the floor of S. Above the floor of S. So they are also alternate. They are also alternate. Okay. Okay. And R alternate means they can be here. T, Q, S. Or they may be here. T, Q, S. Right. Okay. Because Q lives 2 floors below the floor of T and 2 floors above the floor of S. Perfect. Okay. But yeah, now last statement. Okay. This is also used. Last statement. R lives on any floor but below the floor of Q. Below the floor of Q. So R should be below the floor of Q. Okay, so that means this first one is wrong. This is correct. This is correct. This is wrong. As per the last statement, because R lives on any floor but below the floor of Q. So R should be below Q. R should be below the Q. Correct? Who lives on the 4th floor? Okay, as per this, who lives on the 4th floor? It is Q. It is Q. Option number A. Yes, it is Q. Got this? Arrangement. So arrangement questions are very, very common. Okay, even multiple questions of arrangement in the same exam we have seen. Yes, option number A, correct, Q. Correct answer, dear. Option number A, that is the Q. Correct answer. Okay. Yeah. Ajay, Bhanu, Chetan, Dinesh, Isha, Franklin live in the same building, but each one on different. See, guys, similar model question. Okay. Okay. Rather than, like P, Q, R, S, T, U, you can call them as A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay. So similar model. Okay. Ground floor is marked as floor 1, floor above it, floor 2, etc., etc., etc. Okay. So let this be a homework for you because it is similar model. Only some data change. Arrangement on floors. Similar model. Okay, so kindly complete this as homework. Let's go to the next question actually. Let's go to the next question. Okay. Next question. Students of a class are allowed to enter the classroom in the order of increasing height. Okay, students of a class are allowed to enter the classroom in the order of increasing height. Okay, after the morning assembly. Okay, Amisha is fourth to enter while Rashmi is fourth from last to enter. Okay, so in the order of increasing height. In the order of increasing height. Okay, Amisha is fourth to enter. Okay, so Amisha height is 4. Okay, Rashmi is fourth from last. Okay, Rashmi is fourth from last. So see, a simple thing. Okay, if I go from first to last. Okay, suppose there are n students. 1, 2, 3, etc. up to last. So before it n minus 1, n minus 2, etc. But if you count reverse, see, if this way you count, it is 1, 2, 3, etc. up to n. Suppose n students are there. Okay, now if you count this way, if you count from the last, this will be 1. Here, if you count from the last, this is 1, this is second, this will be third. Okay, that means, okay, second from the last is n minus 1 from the beginning. Third from the last is n minus 2 from the beginning. Correct? Correct. Now see, now based on this logic, Amisha is fourth to enter. So that means Amisha from the beginning, okay, it is fourth. Okay, Rashmi is fourth from last. Rashmi is fourth from last. What does it mean? Fourth from last. See, who will be fourth from last? N minus 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So from the beginning, it will be n minus 3. So Rashmi actual sequence is n minus 3. If I count from beginning only, from the entry side. Okay, in the increasing order. Okay, now there are 14 students between Amisha and Rashmi. It has to be Amisha only. There are 14 students between Amisha and Rashmi. Okay, so that means Amisha is fourth. There are 14 between them. Okay, so plus 14 students when it is completed. Okay, there are 14. Then what you are going to get is n minus 3. Got it, everybody? Because Amisha, 14 students are there in between. Okay, 14 students are there in between. Okay, 14 students are there in between. So that means if you count from the beginning. Okay, so not only 14, it has to be plus 1 actually. This n minus 3, na? This n minus 3. See, Amisha is fourth. Okay, from the beginning I am counting. Amisha is fourth. There are 14 students in between, and then comes this Rashmi. Okay, so n is actually how much? 14 plus 4, 18 plus 1, 19 plus 3, 22. N should be 22 actually. Okay, n should be 22. Right, n should be 22 because from the beginning, if I say the Rashmi should be 19th. Amisha is fourth. There are 14 more in between them, and then will come Rashmi. So 19th. So 19th. So n minus 3 is 19, n is 22. Now, how many students enter after Amisha? How many students enter after Amisha? Now your answer is clear. How many students will enter after Amisha? Okay, there are total 22 students. Amisha was fourth to enter, na? Amisha was fourth to enter. So how many will enter after her? It is 18. It is 18. Option number D. Option number D. Correct. Nanendra correct. Bharat correct. Some of you are writing the total students. So they are not asking total students. How many students will enter after Amisha? Will enter after Amisha. Okay. So correct answer has to be 18. Okay, dear. Correct answer has to be 18. Okay. Then let us go to the next question. 6 friends M, N, O, P, Q are playing a game standing equidistantly in a circle facing the center. Okay, so circular arrangement question coming up. Circular arrangement question coming up. Okay, and there are 6 friends. There are 6 friends. So let me mark 6 positions here. 2 here and 2 this side. Okay, only M is standing between O and Q. Only N is standing between P and R. P is directly facing O. And Q is immediate left of M. Okay, Q is immediate left of M. Okay, and only M, Q is immediate left of M, and only M. Okay, so let me start from this one, I think. And circle has no beginning or no ending. So you can start Okay, you can take any position as the beginning position. Q is immediately left of M. Okay, so if this is M, this becomes Q. Okay, because left of M, all are facing center. If nothing is mentioned, then also by default you will take facing the center, because normally when you're sitting on a circular arrangement, you may be sitting either to have food on the table or either to have some conference. So you need to face each other. You need to face each other means you are facing the center. You need to face each other means you are going to face the center. Correct? You are going to face the center. That is what is important. Okay, that is what is the case. Okay, so Q is immediate left of M, so Q is this side. Okay, then only M is standing between O and Q. Okay, between O and Q, so O should definitely come here. Okay, between O and Q, only one person, that is M. Okay, only N is standing between P and R. Okay, so N, P are together and N should be here. And moreover, P is directly facing O. Okay, so see this statement, let me take P is directly facing O. So if this is O directly facing diametrically opposite, this is P. Okay, P is directly facing O and only N is standing between P and R. Only N between P and R. Okay, sequence complete. Sequence complete. Who is third to the left of M? Who is third to the left of M? Okay, third to the left of M. Your answer M. M is facing this way. Third to the left. First, second, third. Third to the left. A. Option A. N. That is N. That is N actually. Okay, correct. That is N. Correct, Janendra, Bhargav, Rohan, Sarita. Correct. It is N. Okay. It is equal to N. Now let's move to the next question. This one was more or less simple, I would say. Okay, again circular arrangement, but a good question, I would say. A good question. Read the information given below and answer the questions that follow by choosing the most appropriate option. So 8 friends, Aditya, Barkha, Candy, Dharam, Ekta, Fahimta, Geeta and Hina. I'll call it as A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Okay, are sitting around a circular table, all facing. Now important point. Okay, if nothing is mentioned, you take towards the center, but they have mentioned to twist the question, all facing away from the center of the table. All are facing away from the center of the table. All are facing away from the center of the table, and there are 8 friends. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 and 4 between them. These are 8 positions. Let me try to solve it here only. All positions are at equal distance from each other and all are facing away from the center. Now, since again circle is there, so there is no beginning or no ending. You can take any position as the first one. Okay, so what will I do? Dharam is third to the left of Fahimda. Okay, let me start one statement at a time. Dharam is third to the left of Fahimda. Okay, so let us say Fahimda. This is Fahimda. And third to the left, Fahimda. Everybody is facing outside. Okay, third, so left, this will be the left. Otherwise, if they were facing inside, this becomes the left. So you have to be careful. This is the left direction. Dharam is third to the left. First, second, third. This is where Dharam has to be there. Dharam is third to the left. Dharam is third to the left. Okay, then Ekta and Geeta always sit immediately next to each other. Ekta and Geeta always sit immediately next to each other. Okay, so where they are, we can't say right now. Wait for it. Hina is third to the right of Geeta. So there is no Hina, Geeta both. Aditya sits to the immediate left of Candy. There is no Candy also here. Fahimda. Okay, Fahimda again as a reference. Okay. Fahimda is second to the right of Barkha. So we can locate Barkha. Fahimda is second to the right of Barkha. Okay, second to the right of Barkha. Okay, or vice versa if I say Barkha is second to the left of Fahimda. So left is again this side. So here Barkha. Okay, Barkha. Or you can see again here Barkha also facing outside. Second to the right, Fahimda will be seen. Okay, so this is Barkha also done. Okay, then Candy sits immediately next to neither Fahimda nor Dharam. Okay, so Candy cannot come up here. Okay, Candy sits immediately next to neither Fahimda nor Dharam. Okay, so Candy cannot come here also. Okay, so what is the possibility for Candy? Only these two are the possible positions for Candy. Okay, so let me mark it here. Out of any of these two, Candy will come. Exactly, I don't know, but out of any of these two, Candy will come. Okay, so this statement is used. Candy sits immediately next to neither Fahimda nor Dharam. Clear now? Okay, now let us reread. Ekta and Geeta always sit immediate next to each other. Okay, so they cannot come here. Ekta and Geeta may be here, based on Candy. No, Aditya is immediate to the, Aditya sits immediate left of Candy. Okay, So if I try this, okay, if I try this, see, 100% Candy cannot be here. Okay, sorry, 100% Candy cannot be here, because if Candy is here, left hand, Aditya should be left hand. Okay, and if Aditya comes here, dear, what will happen? Ekta and Geeta immediate next to each other. There is no position left for two persons immediate left of each other. There is no position going to be left. So Candy cannot come up here for sure. So let's take Candy here. And then Aditya is immediate left of Candy. Candy is everybody facing outside. So this becomes Aditya. This becomes Aditya. And then these are the two positions for Ekta and Geeta. Okay, Ekta and Geeta sit immediately next to each other. But where is Ekta, Geeta? We'll have to figure out. Okay, Hina. Okay, so if this is Ekta, Geeta, okay, only one position left. This is Hina. And this Hina is third to the right of Geeta. So Geeta is here. 1, 2, 3. Third to the right of Geeta, Hina. And then this is Ekta. Okay, so all sorted now. Hina is third to the right. This is also used. Ekta, Geeta sit immediate next to each other, also used. Everything is used. Okay, everything is used. Everything is used. In which of the following pairs is the first person sitting to the immediate left of the second person? In which of the following pairs is the first person sitting to the immediate left of the second person? Okay, first immediate left of second. Pair wise it is given, like Ekta left of Candy. Okay, Ekta is right of Candy. Wrong. Okay, wrong. Hina and Barkha. Hina left of Barkha. Hina, no, right side. Okay, right side. Wrong. Okay, Dharam and Geeta. Dharam left of Geeta. Dharam should be left of. No, it is again right. Facing outside case, na? Okay, so wrong. So D option should be correct. Fahimda Aditya. Fahimda left of Aditya. Correct. Fahimda is very, see, Aditya facing outside, and this is the left side, left hand, and Fahimda is to the left of Aditya. Option number D is what I will mark it as the correct option. Definitely time consuming question, and especially if you feel that there are other questions in the BHEL exam that you can solve, go for the other question. Okay, because in the same time that you solve this question, maybe 3 to 4 direct technical questions you can solve, because in BHEL that is the challenge. The time per question is very less, 240 questions and 150 minutes. 240 questions but 150 minutes. Okay, so you have to smartly first solve the questions which are directly solvable within a minute or so. Okay, but this will definitely, first of all, reading it will take time. Solving this will easily take 2-3 minutes. Provided you are solving in the exam time pressure, 2-3 minutes easily will go. Okay, so maybe you can solve multiple questions in the same time frame. Okay, so even if the reasoning questions which are reading very big, you have to skip at the first moment. Then at the end, time may be left. I don't say just leave it. I say leave it till the end. Leave it till the end. Okay, that is what I will normally suggest you in this scenario. Okay, leave it till the end. Okay, some basic quant questions were also seen, especially 2023 paper, the previous paper that I had, there were no quant question. It was purely reasoning. But yeah, you can call it as numerical reasoning, not a big deal. They can ask this time, and this is actually simple only. You can call it as numerical reasoning. Okay, Ramnik Lal purchased a piece of agricultural land for 51 lakhs. He had spent 2 lakhs on converting the land into non-agricultural use. Rupees 2 lakh for registration and stamp duty, and rupees 1 lakh towards administrative expenses. Then he divided the plot into 8 equal plots and sold each plot at a value of 10.5. What was the percentage? It's a basic question on profit. Okay, basic question on profit. So see, simple. Let me write down the total selling price first of all. He divided the plot into 8 equal plots, but each plot was sold at 10.5. So what is 10.5 into 8? 80 and 4. 84. Okay, the total selling price for him is 84. Okay, whereas the total cost price? The total cost price. Okay, so 51 lakhs he bought. He bought the land for 51 lakhs, then 2 lakhs for converting to non-agricultural use, 2 lakh for registration stamp duty, and 1 lakh for administrative expenses. So total 56. Okay, so simple question, na? How much is that percentage profit? How much is that percentage profit? So 84 minus 56 upon 56 into 100. This is 28. 28 out of 56 is half. So 50% basically. 50% profit margin. Simple question. Okay, option number C. Okay, simple numeric question. Option number C it is. Okay, see, just a reading question. Such questions are actually more simple. These basic quant questions will be more simple than reasoning. Rahim bought 5 mangoes for a certain amount of money and he bought 8 apples with an equal amount of money. Okay, he bought 5 mangoes for a certain amount of money and with the same amount of money he could buy 8 apples. That means very simple. The price of 8 apples is same as the price of 5 mangoes. What is the ratio of price of a mango to that of an apple? Finish, na? It's a one-liner question. 8:5. This is actually, these are actually that can be solved in seconds. Okay. Right? Okay, 8:5. Next question. Let me scroll through them quickly. Vanita distributed a certain amount of money among her 3 children. Okay. Geeta, Lalita and Babita. In the ratio 5:4:3. In the ratio 5:4:3. Okay. Lalita's share was 24,000. Lalita's share was 24,000. Okay. So Geeta, Lalita, Babita. Lalita's share. Okay. Lalita's share. Okay. Which is 4K. Let me call that here as 5K, 4K and 3K. So Lalita's share is 4K, which is 24,000. Then what was the total amount? Okay, so what is the total amount first of all? Total amount is 5K plus 4K plus 3K, that is 12K. Okay, so if 4K is 24,000, okay, K becomes divided by 4, 6,000 to 12 into 6, 72,000. Option number B. Okay, option number B it is. Right, option number B. Simple questions. These are more like very simple questions, I would say. Option number B, 72,000. Correct answer. Okay. The total weight of a group of 5 students is 55 kg. Okay. They are joined by Bheem, a new friend, and the average weight of the new group becomes 12. Okay. Now, if the average weight of the new group, what is the sum? Okay. For the new group, what is the sum? So, average is the sum of observation divided by number of observation. So what is the sum of observation? We can write it as average multiplied by n, because average is sum of observation divided by n. So average is now given as 12, the new average of the new